Hello, online crew. How are we today? Hello, online crew. How are you going? Today, we're going to talk about my saving grace when it comes to managing all my social media content. So that's what we're going to talk about live today. Now, for the very first time, this is a little bit weird. For the very first time, I am broadcasting on Instagram at the same time that I'm broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, my business page, and my free group. So I'm broadcasting in 4 different places live at the moment. So hello, Facebook, hello, YouTube, hello, free group people, and hello, Instagram. So for those of you that are watching on Instagram, if I'm looking around, it just means that I'm broadcasting on 2 different cameras. So that's why I'm looking over here, looking at my Facebook people, and I'm over here looking at Instagram. The unfortunate thing about love Instagram don't don't fault me for this, but Instagram doesn't like third-party broadcasting platforms, shall we say. So the one that I use to broadcast on my business page, YouTube, and my free group does not connect into Instagram. So I'm improvising. So hello, thank you, Debbie. I can see you on Instagram. So thank you to those of you that are joining on Instagram over there. And thank you to those of you that are joining from my business page or my group or YouTube over here. So I do apologize if I sort of go like this a little bit, but that's just what you get when you broadcast in different places and you can't find a platform that includes all of them. So how are you today? If you're not familiar with me and we haven't had the privilege of meeting before, what's this all about? What's this online crew thing? So I'm your online crew captain, and I am here to help home-based business owners use modern social media strategies to build their business online. So if that's you, you're in the right place. If you would like to attract more people to you on social media, you want to learn all the things, you would rather have people reaching out to you to say, what is it that you're doing? And can I work with you? And I love what you're sharing and all that kind of stuff. Then that's what you want to use modern social media strategies for. So again, just to reiterate, if I'm looking in 2 different places, that's because I'm on 2 different cameras at the moment. So we'll see how this goes. It might annoy you. I'm not sure, for me looking in 2 different places, but Instagram people, if I'm looking away, it's just because I'm looking at the other camera. Okay. So welcome. Today's topic is about how I manage my social media content, which I think is a really, really important topic. The reason I think this is an important topic, because I don't know about you guys, but social media, especially when you're on different platforms like I am right now, it can get exhausting trying to keeping up with it all, especially if you move to a different platform. So a lot of you might be playing around on Facebook, but then you might want to play around with Instagram. And a lot of you have joined my free Reels challenge, which is over on Instagram here. So that requires you to know how to use Instagram and have an Instagram account and know how to grow your following and all those kind of things. So keeping up with it all and knowing where to post, what to post, how many times do I post on Facebook, how many times do I post on Instagram, how many reels should I be doing, that can be absolutely exhausting. Could anyone agree? Listening live. And I do have to say thank you to those of you that have found me live, because I'm an hour earlier than I normally am. So some people may not know that. I'll turn up in an hour's time and go, oh, Helen didn't go live today. Yes, I did. I just went live an hour earlier because in half an hour's time, I'm on the Zoom call with my branding course. So if you are on round 23, the 23rd time that I've run my Build Your Brand course, we are on live on Zoom in 30 minutes time. Okay. And I do want to remind you, those of you who's doing the Reels challenge here with me, so the free 30-day Reels challenge. If you haven't started, if it's daunted you already, those of you sort of watching on Instagram, if you've freaked out already, it's like, I don't even know how to use Instagram, let alone push all these buttons, Helen, and I don't know anything about hashtags, and I don't even know what kind of account that I've got, those kind of things. You can do the Reels challenge in your own 30 days. Don't freak out. sort out what you need to sort out, find out your account, find out how to learn hashtags, all that kind of stuff, and then start the Reels challenge when you want to start it. It's okay. All the information is still there for you to do it in your own time. But it'd be great if we had everybody starting at the same time. Now, for those of you in the 30-day Reels challenge, I'm going to do like a live Q&A, in-depth Instagram Reels. Oops, what happened to my live? Oh, it's there. All the things on my last live of this week in my free group. So my free Facebook group, which is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. You can find that group. It's completely free, and join that group if you haven't already. And that's where my last live of the week. This is my second live of the week, and I'll be talking about things to do with the Reels challenge and hashtags and all the things. So turn up onto that live. If you want to know more about Reels, you want to know more about Instagram, all that kind of stuff, turn up on that live and I'll help you out there, okay? And those of you in my Online Crew coaching community, my screen keeps going blank on Instagram over there. Those of you in my Online Crew coaching community, tomorrow I'm doing a how to grow your following on Instagram training for you guys. So do not miss that training if you want to play around or learn a little bit more about Instagram. Make sure, coaching community members, that you join me for that training tomorrow. I've emailed you the details. The details are in the group. Any of you that would like to join our coaching community, you can join for $1. You go to helenmartinonline.com/join online crew coaching. Have I got that banner here? Oh, that banner's not going to show on Instagram. Go to my website, helenmartinonline.com, and you can find a pretty little picture that says join the coaching community for $1, and that's how you can get your foot in the door, okay? So how's everyone going? Are you freaking out with the Reels challenge? Those of you that have, Karen, it's hard work. Everything's hard work when you learn it for the first time, but it's all good. Things are often hard the very first time you do them, but this is why I'm here to help you, and you can, it'll just get easier for you. So you can still join and start today, start tomorrow. Just go to the link above on Facebook. For those of you on Instagram or YouTube watching live, if you just go to helenmartinonline.com/reels, you can register and you'll get all the information there. So Debbie, what are you saying on Instagram? Yes, so much to get your head around, posting on different places. Yes, I'm in for the Reels, but have missed the beginning. We'll start next week. That's okay, Debbie. Just start in your own time frame. All the information is still going to be there for the 30 days. So if you've freaked out and gone, I'm out, I can't even start this challenge, wrong mindset. Turn up to my live, not tomorrow, the next day. Ask all the questions you need to ask, and then we'll get you underway. Okay? All right. So just don't not start. Okay, you want to learn how to do Reels. They're freaking awesome. They're fun. If you want to put some fun back into your business, then Reels is the place to be. But I do realize it's new technology for some of you, and some of you are not familiar with Instagram, which is you guys over there. But it's okay. You've got to learn. Don't put the walls up and freak out and go, I'm out because I don't know how to do something. You figure it out. You learn. You ask questions. You ask for guidance. You turn up on my live in 2 days' time and get your questions answered so I can help you. And then you just start on whenever you want to start. Okay, just don't give up, guys. This is social media. There's a lot to learn. And this is why I want to talk about today in managing your content. Okay, so Jennifer's loving the Reels. Awesome. Hey, Johnny, how are you? Gloria's reached 3,800 views yesterday. See? This is why you want to do Reels. Now, Gloria, tell me, do you have 3,800 followers on Instagram? I would imagine you don't have, well, I don't know whether you've got 3,800 followers. Let me know, Gloria. But this is the beautiful thing about Reels, guys. You guys that are hanging out on Instagram, is that you can have a very small following, but you can get thousands of views on some of your Reels. It's not going to happen every time. You might just only get a handful of views, but you have the potential to get thousands of views. Here you go. Now, Gloria's got check in with this, especially those of you on Instagram watching. Gloria has 355 followers. She's just told you she got 3,800 views on her Reel yesterday. You cannot get that organic reach on Facebook. You just can't. So Don't hide under a rock when it comes to Reels. I do realize it's freaking some of you out because it's new and you don't know how to push all the buttons. It's okay. Just learn. Okay. So turn up to my live in 2 days' time in my free Facebook group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, which is an hour later than when I went live today. And we can sort all of that out for you. Okay. If I need to share my screen and show you stuff, I will do that. Okay. Hey, Tashi on Instagram. How are you? Okay. Jade, doing Reels is like a de-stressor. You laugh a lot. You got to laugh. Just have fun with it, guys. Johnny, how much fun are you having with Reels? Share with me. 2,500 plays. And I know Johnny doesn't have 2,500 followers. So it's unbelievable. Anyway, it won't show me, Monica, it won't show on Instagram. It won't show me how many people are viewing my Reels. I don't have the insight option. So you won't necessarily see all the individuals, but that's the different. And these are the kind of questions that you want to ask in 2 days' time in my free group. You need a business account to have insights. So you want to change, maybe you've got a personal account, you want to change it to a personal account to a business account. Okay. And then you'll get insights. Okay. Johnny's loving it. Faye's loving learning. Cool. All right. So let's get on to the topic that I'm here for, because I've got to get on a Zoom call with those in my branding course. My saving grace to manage all my content is batching. Okay. Now I want to give you some examples. Please, for those of you that are building on social media, can you please learn to batch your content? Otherwise, you're going to go batty. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to get really overwhelmed and you're going to be out. And that's the last thing you want, because every single one of you here and here, you have the opportunity to build an amazing audience of people that know, like, and trust you. And in time will see you as an influencer. When you turn up and talk about the same thing over and over again, you will, and you lead with value and not lead with your wallet, you will end up being seen as an influencer on your particular topic of choice. I do not suggest that you turn up on Instagram and do a million reels that are just all funny. And that's it. They're just funny. You might build a big following, but who are they all? They're not in your target market. So you've got to have some strategy around what you do. But when you do and you find your brand, and those of you that need help with your branding, I'm going to do something free for you in September. I'm not sure why I'm being so generous with my time and skills at the moment, but I'm going to help, for free, a lot of you with the whole branding thing. So get through the Reels challenge, learn as much as you can learn, and then hang out with me in September. Just stay tuned here for the details. I think a lot of you need help working out how to position yourself on social media, because I'm seeing a lot of you do this and that and this and that, and you're all over the place, which means your audience are going to be all over the place, and it's going to be really hard for you to get real results. Okay, so we've got to nail that down. Conversation for a different day. Okay, but batch your content. So here's what I mean by that. If any of you are doing positive quotes, inspirational things, a picture of yourself with some wording on it that's inspirational, that kind of content, just say, understand. Oh, that's probably too long a word, but just let me know that you know what I'm talking about there, like that kind of content. As much as it takes you to create one of those, you could create 20. I'm serious. So go to Canva or go to your phone, whatever you use, an app on your phone or your computer. And if you're going to create one, seriously, create 20. Now, if you post one of those a day, you've now got 20 days worth. So there's one thing. Okay. Posts. Who's going live here in some capacity, especially those of you doing Facebook lives or Instagram lives, those kind of things. Okay. If you're doing that, you're talking about something. Whatever you're talking about, whatever value you're giving to your audience, break that down into posts, because some people just won't watch video. Unusual. Facebook alone have told us that 50% of their content now consumed is video. That's what's trending the most. Instagram Reels, TikTok, stuff like that. People are loving video. But you're probably saying something, you're giving some value out on something, some kind of topic. So take one Facebook Live, and how many tips do you think I could get out of this video as far as posts go? I could probably come up with maybe 5 to 10 tips easily from what I'm sharing with you in this video. Actually, more than that, because I've got 9 things to share with you. So there's 9 posts I could come up with regarding, like, written posts that I could go to Canva and it's like, here, I've done 1 live, and now I'm going to go to Canva, or I'm going to pay my 14-year-old son, who's got a teenage kid that you could pay a few bucks to create some, they've got to have some skill, but they could create some stuff from. My 14-year-old son, Zach, is creating all my, like, aqua color, because that's kind of my color, quotes and posting them for me. He's doing all of that, not me, and he's batching them. So last night, I think he did another 10 or 15 and scheduled them for me. So those of you that have got kids, I am paying him. He's not doing it for free, but I'd rather pay him a few dollars and him, get some money in his bank account and do it because it's not too difficult for him. But that saves me doing it. And so, but he batches it. He creates them and then schedules them. This is what you guys need to learn to do more. If you're one of those people that deals with social media at the last minute, you're probably not going to survive social media. You'll become too overwhelmed, guys. You'll become too exhausted with it. So the quicker you can learn to batch, the better off that you will be. So post, batch them, a Facebook Live, then take your live. You would have had some notes. Like, I've got notes. I got notes for what I'm telling you guys. Like, I could give that to somebody or just go to Canva myself and just, take these bullet points that I'm giving you guys. And I can, if you've just joined me, the reason why I'm looking away is because I'm broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and my free group here, but I'm broadcasting live on Instagram here. So that's why I'm looking in 2 different directions, if you're wondering why I keep looking away. No one's distracting me. I'm just looking at the people hanging out on Instagram here. Okay. So I could create like a post, because some people will be in a position where they can't turn the volume on. They can't listen to your live. If you haven't got captions on, they might not be able to absorb your content. And some people just like to scroll, and so they will need to read. But you can do quick little tips for your social media, and this is what people will continue to follow you for. They won't continue to follow you for just anything. If you want to really actually make money off social media, you want a really strategic content for a target market. Okay, you can do all the funnies that you like. You might grow a big following here on Instagram by doing a lot of funny reels, but they could be thousands of people that are not in your target market, and that's not going to help you make any money. Okay, so you have to but hold on to the branding conversation until next month. Okay, so quotes you can batch, posts you can batch from your videos, because some people won't watch live video. Blog posts. So, and I'm not even talking your own. You don't need to be somebody who writes blogs, but you could go and find some pretty cool blogs off the internet that have got some amazing information written by some kind of expert, but that you've got the link for it. So you could go and spend 15 minutes going and finding 5 or 10 blogs in your area: skincare, weight loss, online marketing, network marketing, direct sales, weight loss, what's your thing? And go and find a few blogs and just place them once a week. Facebook, particularly these guys over here, Facebook does not like you using external links. So if you use external links, and by an external link, I mean a link to a blog post that takes them off Facebook, it can limit your organic reach. So you only really want to do that once a week. But you could go and find some awesome information. It doesn't matter where the information comes from. If people come to your Facebook or your Instagram and find some amazing information, you're the one that provided it, even though the author might be somebody else. Okay, so go and find some blog posts to share that are valuable to your target market. Okay, Facebook Live topics. How many of you are going live regularly? Okay, if you're going live regularly, batch the content that you're going to talk about. So come up with 5 different headings of Facebook Lives, instead of every time you go live, half an hour before you said you were going to go live, you're thinking of what you were going to talk about. That's exhausting. I know I go live, 4 to 5 times a week, trying to just do 4 now because I've got so many other things going on. But if I go into a week not knowing what I'm going to talk about on my Facebook Lives that week, and I just do it the night before, I waste so much more brain space doing it that way, that if I sit down on a Sunday or very first thing Monday morning before I teach my class at the gym and go, okay, what am I what are my 4 or 5 topics that I'm going to talk about this week? And then I've got to work out what training I'm going to give to my coaching community. And then I've got groups and challenges and stuff like that. Like if I'm not organized, I don't know how I would do what I do. You probably look at me and think you don't know how that's how confused I am. And a lot of you would know that I've just come off the back of 3 all-nighter. I feel good today. I didn't feel good yesterday, if you caught that live. But I feel good today. I've had a good sleep last night. Like, how do I manage it all? This is my savior, guys. So even if you're just starting out, I would highly encourage you to get into a really good habit of batching your content from day one, because it'll be so much easier for you. You'll be so much more organized, and things just flow. When I go into a week knowing what I'm going to talk about every day, the week just flows. When I go into a week not knowing what I'm going to talk about every day and I'm doing it the night before, the week does not flow. It causes me a whole lot of extra overwhelm and stress. Can anybody relate? Let me know in the comments if you can relate to that. You've got to be organized. You've got to get your planning out. Johnny, planning. You know what I'm talking about, Johnny. I don't know how you do it. I don't know sometimes either, but this is one of those things. It's being highly organized, planning it all out, and batching some of my content as well as a big savior. Okay. So next one, selfies. Now this is going to sound a little bit weird, but here's what I recommend you do in your camera roll. And especially for the ladies, sometimes we just don't want to take the photo of ourselves because we're not feeling good, or we've got a blemish on our face, or we're feeling frumpy, or it's that time of the month. You with me, ladies? Like there's just some times that you just don't want to take a photograph of yourself, or you don't really like the camera. So when you are feeling good, ladies, and you've got 5 to 10 minutes, okay, and you're at home, batch some selfies. I'm not kidding. Batch some selfies, just put a few more tops on, just change your top 5 times over and take different selfies in different places in your house or outside or in the garden or whatever. Batch some selfies. So when you've got something to say on social media, you want to pop up a post on Instagram, you guys here, or, a selfie on Facebook and just say something or whatever, you've got some spare selfies in your camera roll that you can pull from immediately, rather than stopping you posting because you don't think you look good that day, or you don't think you're camera worthy that day, so you don't post anything. Batch some selfies. Okay, they come in really handy. Am I making sense, so far? Okay, so selfies. Now, Instagram Reels. Now, I know those of you in the challenge, you wouldn't be as far advanced as this yet, maybe if you're a beginner, but you really do want to batch your Reels. You don't want to do them fresh every day. So at the moment, those of you in the challenge, it's not too late to join the free 30-day Reels challenge. Just go to helenmartinonline.com/Reels. If you want to join us, you can start anytime. Just learn to batch them. So I batch at least 4 or 5 at a time. So I'll just change my clothing, maybe go into a different background. I do a lot here actually, or in my kitchen or something like that. And I'll just batch 4 or 5 reels. I'm actually putting all the wording on it as well. So I'm not even leaving that to when I actually post it. So I'm recording the reel. I'm even putting all the words on it now, and then I just save it to my camera roll. So all I need to do is go to Instagram over here. I pull from my camera roll. I pull the music clip. I pull from my camera roll. I put my little caption in. I put my hashtags in. Boom, it's done. So I'll do that today, because today I've got this live. Then I'm on with my branding course in 5 minutes. I need to speed this up. And then I've got a funeral to go to, and I just don't have time to shoot a reel today, but it's sitting in my camera roll ready to go. So when I post it up later, it's already ready to go, and it'll take me probably about 5 minutes to post. That's what you want to learn to do with reels when you get more familiar with reels. Okay, that'll really help you. Okay, the same thing. I'm just going to go through these really quickly because I've got to be on another Zoom in 5 minutes. The other 3 is that I would recommend you batch. If any of you do start getting into carousel posts on Instagram, if you don't know what that is, it just means more than one photo at a time. So you're actually swiping. I put one on my Instagram last night. For those of you on Instagram, if you just go back through my feed, you'll see what I mean by a carousel post. So I think I had about 4 or 5 of them. So I created that in Canva. So I highly recommend for those of you going that far with Instagram over here that you batch your carousel posts, because they do take some time to put together. So again, if you're going to do one, you might as well do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 in one lot. Just get dedicated. Put your phone away, turn your email off, put all your distractions away, close the door on your family and say, I'll be 30 minutes. Leave me alone. Anybody can wait 30 minutes, guys. Okay, and just batch some carousel posts. That might be more advanced than some of you, so don't worry about that. It's just if you are there, then you want to batch those as well. Okay, 2 more things I want to give you. Stories. You can batch your stories. So I know a lot of you probably do stories in the moment. Like, you know, you could take a shot of yourself now watching me doing this, learning more about, you know, whatever you want to put, you know, how to manage social media, something like that. And they're quite in the moment, and that's what they're good for. They're really native, so that's awesome. But I would recommend that you batch some stories. So again, like the selfies, have some things sitting in your camera roll to pull up its stories at any time, because you want something sitting there over a 24-hour period. If you only do stories like this part of the day, they all disappear at the same time. So ideally, you want something going up in stories over a 24-hour period, so there's always something sitting there. Now, you might not always have something to share, but it could even be a quote. If you're at a loss, put up a quote and your stories, and then say something meaningful, you know, on the top of it or something like that. So batching stories is a good idea. So you've always got somebody, Instagram, I had to pause you there for a second because somebody's ringing my phone. Note to self, when you go live on Instagram, turn off, you know, the silent. Anyway, I've got 1 minute. Okay, so stories. And the last one, I really, this is great for people in the home-based business industry and creating curiosity posts. You should all be doing curiosity posts at least once a week about what you're doing and where it is that you want to lead people to, what it is that you've got that you want to make people more aware of so they can reach out with a call to action. You know, a nice story-based curiosity post. Batch those, keep writing, have them up your sleeve so you can post one a week instead of, oh, I should put a curiosity post up this week and I haven't written anything, and you force something. Because you don't want to force curiosity posts. You don't want to force story-based posts. So allow yourself certain times to sit down and write, and then just store them from when you're ready, and then you've got something up once a week ready to go. Okay? All right. Now, the last thing I want to go, because I got 2 minutes, so I got 1 minute here, is this is all awesome to keep you, you know, having all this content readily available. So you want a time block to make all of this happen. So don't let this overwhelm you. Actually, just time block it, 30 minutes for making posts, 30 minutes for finding some blogs, 30 minutes for finding reels, those kind of things. But please don't post and schedule everything 100%. Now, what I mean by that is you've got to have native content, because Facebook, Instagram knows when you schedule 100% of your content. Please do not schedule 100% of your content. It will hurt you and it will hurt your algorithm. So schedule things in advance. If you're using those kind of programs, that's awesome. But please put up native stories, put up a native post on Instagram and Facebook and wherever you're sort of hanging out. You've got to have stuff going up natively. So natively, if you don't understand, just means in the moment. So if everything is scheduled in advance, the algorithms, no matter where you're playing, they know that, and you'll get hurt by that because they know that you're not there in real time at all. If you're 100% scheduling everything in advance. If you're doing live videos, you're going live in the moment, no problem. Okay, but just have a think about that in the mix of things. Okay, I've got to go. I hope that was helpful. Obviously, my strong message for today is to batch your content as much as you can, but just time block to make sure that that happens. Now, I will see you guys live back at my normal time tomorrow. Don't forget, coaching community members, I will be live in the coaching community group doing the training, how to grow your Instagram following tomorrow. So you guys join me or catch the replay if you can't join me live. If you want to join that training and you're not already in the coaching community member, just go to my website, helenmartinonline.com, and you'll see the little banner that says join online crew coaching for $1. For now, I've got to get on another Zoom call. It's always a pleasure to be with you here today. And thank you for those of you that have found me early, because I am an hour earlier live. Thank you, Facebook, YouTube, and free groupers. Thank you, Instagram. It's awesome to be live for the very first time over here. I might do it again tomorrow. We'll see how we go. Catch you tomorrow, guys. Bye.